I also rise today to comment on the two appropriation bills before the House this week, and to point out that I would like to thank the Appropriations Committee for doing a good job on both bills. We're going to take up this week the Military Construction and Veterans Affairs Bill and the Agriculture, Rural Development, and Food and Drug Administration Bill. I'm proud to say the U.S. has the strongest military in the world, but I recently ran into someone on break and heard about the horrible conditions, almost embarrassing conditions, you got to kind of wonder about the military, that they had to live in. From our special operations, but in any event, when we put together this bill, we had to make sure that the living conditions for the military was such that they are, first of all, appropriate for such brave fighting men and women, and secondly, that we continue to attract and retain our people who've signed up for the military. It is apparent, therefore, that of all the appropriation bills that will come up, the Military Construction and Veterans Affairs Bill, contrary to what we've been hearing around here in partisan attacks, does contain an increase in funding over last year's bill, just about the only segment of the government that does. Meanwhile, I'm glad to say that the agriculture bill contains a significant reduction over last year. Why do we have to spend less? For one thing, because the excessive spending is where the inflation comes from, too many dollars sloshing around the U.S. economy, and those dollars have led to the spiraling out of control cost of housing and the out of control cost of automobiles. So the Republicans have done a good job of, at least with regard to discretionary spending, finally saying we should have a year in which the overall level of spending is going down.